Hello and welcome to Nights at the Hobby Table. I'm one of your hosts, Blake, here with my lovely co-host, Mr. Obleron. How you doing, man?
Hey, hello.
It's been a while, brother. What's going on?
It's been the longest of whiles.
It's been a hot minute. I feel like we've been in the hyperbolic time chamber. You know, like it's been that long.
We've been training to get buff.
Yeah, were we though, or were we just eating? I think we confused buff with buffet.
Oh, yeah.
The English language is a colourful thing.
Oh, that's
yeah.
awesome.
So what's been going on, man? Give everyone the down low quickly.
Oh man, just a lot of stuff has been going on in life. It's been rough, and we've been having issues with finding time and mental health and stuff. It's been coming up. So
yeah.
We've,
part of the problem with having an Aussie and a Swede together when we don't live on the same continent is scheduling. It's a bitch.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah. Hence the little bit of an absence, guys. Plus, you know, life happens. Obi's had some stuff going on. I've had some events going on. So yeah.
So some changes had to be made, and they're made, and we're hopefully gonna be better with it. So
hopefully, look, man. At the end of the day, it's what I said to you. Like, I love this podcast. This is our baby. We've built this.
Yeah.
But it's not our job, and we do our best to be loyal to our listeners. But life happens. You know, you had some stuff to deal with your little fella. You know, not going to say what, but you know. You got kids. Yeah. That shit happens.
Yeah.
You know, I have work commitments and personal commitments, same as you. It just happens. So, yeah.
Exactly.
You know, and you and I were talking about it too, just so everyone knows. Usually we do a bi-weekly release for this, but we've both been talking about it, and we think the best idea is actually to do a monthly release. You know, just that way it gives us time to edit, record, write, and hopefully the quality of our episodes does go up a bit too, just because we've got a bit more time to marinate and simmer on the idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so, I mean, that's where we're both feeling on it too. And like, you know, I'm not saying we won't release 2 in a month. That can happen too if we had the time, but just,
oh yeah,
you know, we're going to try to do 1 a month at the moment, which to me is much better than just quitting. You know, because
exactly.
I still want to do this, and you said you still want to do this as well.
Yeah,
so.
Definitely. And one of the things is why I want to keep doing it is because we have such amazing people that, you know, generally actually engage with us and listen to us and spend time in our Discord group and whatever. Like, generally, thank you for being there and supporting us in times of need and.
Yeah, and just in general, man. Like, we got such a good Discord family, you know? Like, fucking, shout out to Acid Panda the other day. We were having a bit of a chat, and you know me, I collect my Dimebag Darrell guitars, and obviously I'm in Australia, we don't have many here. So Panda now is the eagle-eyed motherfucker. He searches all of his local listings and that, and sends me pictures of what's going. So, like, if there comes a point where I got some money in the kitty and something good comes up, Panda's happy to drive, pick up the guitar, and post it to me. Like, we sat there for 2 hours the other day of him just going through listings. So, like,
that's awesome.
Just a good dude, you know? And he's not a guitarist. He knows nothing about guitars, but he's learning, so.
Yeah, I just want to give a quick shout out to Scar, Matthew, Drunken, and you as well. To just, like, send me a message every now and then, just to see how it's going for me. And I'm sorry I don't reply all the time, but it's just sometimes it's just a little too much, but I'm working on it. I'll get back to you.
Well, you know me, mate. You're stuck with me. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm just going to keep fucking annoying you until you talk to me. So fucking, you know, my transcontinental brethren, you're stuck with me.
Exactly. So, how about we take a little quick overview of what we had planned for today, because it's a special one, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. So today, we're going to be going over a few of the recent GW releases, just because, like, I'm a bit hyped about a few. I know you are as well. And we have some criticisms for some as well, but, positive first. The other thing is, we're going to be talking about the Space Wolves as a bit of a faction focus. Now, the reason we're doing that isn't because, Space Marines, it's because my custom chapter, the Mighty Carnotaurs, they're not actually called the Mighty, but they're the Carnotaurs, they're my Jurassic Park thing, Space Marine chapter, they use Space Wolf rules. Basically just so I can make people ride dinosaurs. That's why it's happening. But I like that shit as well. I like the Viking side of it. So we'll talk about that more as it goes. But Space Wolves today. And if you don't like that, very sorry for you.
Yeah. You can lift up my tail and kiss my chocolate starfish.
Exactly. That's the most... We needed one Limp Bizkit reference in there.
I got it.
They'd be gobbling on your starfish, if you know what I mean.
Oh, that's 8 goblins out of 10.
No, it's always 8 goblins out of 10, because you gotta eat something. Anyway. Obi, what have you been up to, man? What have you been doing hobby-wise?
Oh,
and if not hobby-wise, what the fuck you been doing?
Hobby-wise, absolutely jack shit. It's generally the first time I've been in my hobby room since, probably a month and a half. So...
That's crazy. Is it dusty in there?
A little bit. But that's the aesthetic I'm going for.
So you haven't been doing any hobby? Not just Warhammer, like anything? Surely you've been watering plants with your girlfriend or throwing a frisbee with the kids or something.
I've been playing a little bit of guitar every now and then. And something else that I've been doing, I don't know if you remember, but ever since we had done that Lorna Shore album, I've been like trying to learn how to scream and sing and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So a little bit of my time has been going to that. And
did you see that they did a vocal technique video? Will Ramos, yeah, cool. Will Ramos, the chick from The Charismatic Voice, and some other dude, they've done like a collab with YouTube. So
yeah, Chris Lepe, I think his name is.
Yeah, there you go. If that's an avenue you want to go down, guys, check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool, man. So that's it?
Yeah, I think so. Basically, me and my missus have been looking at clothes as well, so that's kind of what we're doing.
We don't hobby shame here at Nights the Hobby Table, so I'm going to give you a good work, Obi. We're still proud of you.
What about yourself? You've been doing loads more than me.
Lots of shit. Knocked out a Custodes Dreadnought. Don't know if I talked about that last time, but knocked it out. Looking good. I'm starting to nail down my paint recipe for my Custodes. I did one Custodian with like the big eagle banner and a shield. He turned out pretty well. I really like the way I've colour separated them, because I think some Custodians just have too much gold. These guys got a lot of gold, but the purple really breaks it up, and then like the lead belcher on the helmet and that breaks it up a bit. I'm pretty happy with it. And it is on the Discord if he's there. Playing guitar, been doing that. Got all my shit set up behind me again. I don't know if you see that, Obi, but hey-o.
Yeah. That's a big stick.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I've been drawing a lot.
Yeah, I've seen that.
We're actually on drawing time right now. Normally I'm sketching away at this time, watching anime or YouTube or talking to the guys. The other day I was in call with the guys on Discord, and I actually drew Spawn in about an hour and a half, start to finish, just sketchy. And then alcohol markers did it, fucking looked pretty good. I don't think I'm where I want to be yet, but the improvement is easily seen. You got me to post a before and after.
Right? Yeah.
And
it's pretty obvious to see how much you have improved in just this 1.5 months, basically. It's really cool. It's just nailing that thing of like, if you're burning for something, like you have a passion, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. It's just...
The good thing is, I was talking to you about some new job opportunities that are possible for me at the moment. If I'm earning that bit extra coin, I actually want to buy probably a Surface Pro so I can begin doing digital art, which once I can start doing digital art and learning that, obviously Bowen can teach me. Once I can start doing that, our merch designs are only as limited as my skill at drawing. You know, like, I can... And I'm a bit of a fucking weirdo, so I can draw some weird shit. You know?
A Gundam with titties.
Dude, I'll do it. I'll do it. It'll be the double G Gundam. He's done. I've broken him. We're like 10 minutes into this episode and I've already broken him.
Oh, shit.
But yeah, so obviously that. Quick fish update. I've lost one more fish who was looking sick for a very long time anyway. We called her Old Brown. She was just as like... She was always in every fight in that tank. She was always hella beat up. So we lost her. Haven't lost anyone for a couple of weeks. So, fingers crossed everyone's doing a bit better. I don't know. Yeah. From what I can tell, it's probably a parasite thing. So I'm basically just isolating the fuck out of that tank. Like, any nets I use and whatnot won't be used in other tanks. Anything. It's all just staying there with that tank. Hopefully my fish survive. If they don't, I'll drain the tank, clean it, sterilize it, and start again. It is what it is. You win some, you lose some. And just for the record, this is why it's unbelievably important in the aquarium hobby to fucking quarantine your fish. Now, I've been in the aquarium hobby for years, and I've never quarantined a fish in my life. And this is the only time that's ever happened, but it's happened at the worst time. It's not like, oh, they're all babies and there's $30 worth of fish. I've had thousands of dollars worth of fish in that tank. And to see it happen like this sort of sucks. And it's something that's incurable. So, you know. So it's like, just be smart, guys. Just take the time. Set up a little tank. Quarantine them. Check for signs of, you know, parasites and shit like that. Anyway. Hobbying's been going well. And it shall continue to.
Nice. Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Awesome. So, James Workshop has seen fit to bless us with some new releases lately. Normally we don't really go over this stuff too much, but there was just too much cool shit to not talk about it. Like, you know? I'll let you take it away with the first one, Obes.
Oh, yeah. The biggest one is probably the announcement of the new 40k edition, like 10th edition, and it's looking real good. Like the way that they're describing it is simplified but not simple. So they're stripping down all the rules that you need to learn. Like, it will just be basically like all the rules that kind of look the same but are named different and like used with different factions. They're gonna strip it down and give it all the same name. Like, you know, Deep Strike is Deep Strike and whatever. So
are they fucking off the whole like, oh, you need to buy this update, that, like, because that's fucked.
Yeah, a little bit. What they're gonna do with the launch of 10th edition is give all the army rules for free.
Okay.
At the launch of 10th. So when they get the new codex, you of course have to buy the new book. And hopefully what they'll do then is give you updates when you've bought the book online.
Okay, but what if you buy a paper copy? Do you know?
Yeah, but you get a digital code with it. So that's
okay.
What they've done with 9th edition. You get digital codes so that you can unlock it in the app and look up stuff there. The app is absolutely terrible, but I'm hoping they improve on it. It's I don't know. Rules wise, I'm really excited for it because that's kind of been putting me off lately of playing 40k because there's so many rules right now.
If it plays a bit more like AOS, I'm so down because I enjoyed AOS. Like, I've played far more AOS than I have 40k, so
yeah, I think they will actually go more to like a AOS model. Like, the way that I've heard is AOS is more of a testing platform for the new Warhammer editions. So I'm hoping that it'll be an improvement game wise.
Yeah, cool. Let's hope so, man. I'm excited to see.
Yeah, I'm definitely really excited.
Now, you and I don't lose my shit about Space Marines often. Plenty about this. I message you, I'm like, oh, mate. You're like, I know. They're doing true scale fucking Terminators. Finally.
Yeah.
Finally. We don't need to worry about fucking, what's that other one? The stupid jetpack shit with the, what do they call that? Eradicator? I don't know. The shit the Eradicators wear.
Yeah.
We don't need that garbage no more. We got Terminators back, baby.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm excited. Really excited. Like, they've done them well. Like, you know.
They didn't primarisify them. They just made them bigger. That's all they had to do.
Yeah, and it's perfect. It's just the way that people wanted them to be. And it's absolutely perfect. They still have the iconic faceplate, the back, and the bulky shoulders. And, like, the legs, I think they adjusted the legs a little bit, but in a good way. Like, it fits them.
The question I have, the people in the Terminator armor, are they Primaris Marines now that they're upscaled? Like, is that person inside of the armor? Does he have the upgraded gene seed and shit like that? Or is it just like, hey, these are firstborn still, but they're bigger? Like, is there an what are they going to do with it? So I'm excited to see that.
What they kind of are hinting at is that they want to cross out the line between Primaris and Firstborn and just go with Space Marines, not have Firstborn and Primaris anymore.
Okay, I like that.
So it can be either Firstborn or Primaris, whatever you want, but there is no keyword for Primaris anymore.
Cool.
Or Firstborn. Or whatever they call it.
Well, that's cool, because, like, if you think about it, Primaris aren't much taller in lore. No. So, like, they wouldn't be much... It's silly to do that, because the scale of the Primaris models are the scale that a normal-sized Space Marine would be if he was truly the scale versus, say, like a Fire Warrior or whatever. So, I like that. Yeah, I'm keen. Yeah. I'm keen, bro. Excited.
Cool. Oh.
Actually excited.
Yeah, and the launch box for 10th edition is, of course, going to be Space Marines with Tyranids. And, like, from what I've seen so far...
Don't tell me that. I didn't know that. What? Oh, no. Oblero, why did you tell me this?
Because I'm excited. I want to buy the box.
How much is it?
I don't know. They haven't released it. I think they'll release it in a couple of days. Not recorded 9 days. Yeah, cool. They're having a massive reveal soon, so hopefully the launch box will be revealed completely.
Much excited. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. You want to get the next one?
Sure. The end of this edition, 9th edition, has given us the return of a new mysterious and hooded Primarch. Can you guess who?
Is it Rogel Dawn?
More hooded, more hoods.
Think
mysterious, fallen.
Is he potentially a heretic?
Potentially?
That's the lion, man, which is cool.
Yeah.
That's huge. Like, obviously we got Angron, but I didn't really care about that. I don't know about you. I was like,
I don't know.
Okay.
I didn't like his model. Like, it's cool he's back, but his model is
If you ask me, you're better off getting you need the Bellacore head on the Angron model.
Or vice versa.
Yeah. I don't know. I wasn't a big fan of it. He looks like he's like a rip-off Predator or something. You know?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't like.
But hey, if you like it, good for you, man. Good for you. You know, for those people that are into it. I'm not a Chaos guy anyway, though. Like, it just doesn't tickle my pickle. But yeah,
I can get a little chaosy, but like I don't know, it didn't strike anything for me either.
Anyway,
but this
Lionel Johnson. Oh
yes.
Oh
yes,
dude. I have Gilliman just on the basis that he's a nice model, and I'm gonna paint him, and I'll probably do the same for Lionel. To be honest, when he's in regular stock, I'll probably get him because that's cool as fuck.
Yeah. I agree. It's I don't know. I think the face is a little wonky, but the rest of the model is.
I would do him
kick-ass.
helmeted.
I would do him a helmet with the hood on.
Yeah.
I think that's how I imagine
I think that they dropped the ball with both of it, with both Gilman and Lionel's faces, because it's a hard line to walk between, like, making them look regal but also fierce. And it's like, that's a hard one. Like, Dawn looks like it's been hit with a sledgehammer. I know Dawn, a robot. He looks like he's been hit with a sledgehammer in the face. He's fucking ugly, man. So that helmet, that's a win. And dude, I don't care what anyone says. Fucking Lionel looks like Tywin Lannister.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, for
hilarious.
real, he does. It's so similar.
I get that he's older, but why didn't we just leave him with, like, some cool long hair? And, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe they're trying to make him look different from Russ. Like, you know, this is, you know.
Yeah.
I don't really know, but...
Yeah, I don't know. It's pretty cool. I like the shield. I like the sword, the little Watcher guys, and
the Jawas?
If I know Mitsun right, he's probably gonna force me to paint them up. So it's cool. I'll get to paint them at least. So
that's true. So another big one for me, at least, is the new Seraphim models, or Lizardmen, as I still call them. Holy fuck. Why am I excited? Because a lot of them are mounted on beautiful new sculpted raptors of different sorts. There's feathery ones, there's non-feathery ones. Holy fuck, I need to put some Space Marines on those bad boys ASAP. Holy shit, they're cool. We did get some new Croxigores as well, which is like... A lot of the Saurus Warriors and that hadn't aged too poorly. They still looked acceptable, but those Croxigores were fucked, bro. They look like they were missing some chromosomes. Like, you know, they were rooted. So, I'm glad that they fixed that shit up. And but yeah, I mean, I think the new models look fucking tidy. I don't like the price of the new Lord Crow. That's fucking ridiculous. But luckily, I still have my metal one that if I lose a battle, I can lob it at someone's head and kill them.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I'm all for the new models as well. Definitely,
yeah, man.
They're really good looking.
Lizardmen very much got left behind. You know, not only did you would think if they completely rename a faction, right, and change what they are, like, they're now basically good demons that appear out of the aura or whatever, instead of just like, they're lizard dudes. You would think doing that, changing their whole lore, they would get a new model released to reflect that, right? No, they didn't get shit for ages. They got round bases and some slightly spikier scales and shit. It's like, what the fuck is that? Like, if it's from space, give this fucker a laser gun. I don't know. But, yeah, I'm happy with it. I'm happy.
Yeah, it's good. Good getting updates. They released a couple of kill teams things as well. I'm not too fussed about it, but they're cool models. I think it was Beastmen versus Leagues of Otan. It was, yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, cool. So I'm not really a dwarf guy, and
man, I am a dwarf guy when they're cool dwarves, but those dwarves, they're just towel guys in fucking dwarf costumes. Like, can we get a beard? Right? If I have a bigger beard than the dwarves in 40k, that's a problem. You look more like a dwarf than they do, Obi.
Hey, I'm not that. Oh, I am fat. That's fine.
You're not fat. You're stout. It's different.
It's all that buffet we've been doing.
It's because we're not. It's because we're not tall, bro. It's just like it's not enough room for it to spread out over here.
Exactly.
I mean, I think the most important one that everyone hasn't seen. You know, we've never seen anything like this in 40k before. We got another Primaris Lieutenant.
Oh,
and we're so excited.
Yeah. Exactly. Don't you want
Seriously, I'm a Space Marine player, and I don't want another fucking Primaris Lieutenant unless it's bad ass. Like, if you're doing chapter-specific ones, okay, sure, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But, like, it's another generic Ultramarine-looking motherfucker, for fuck's sake.
Yeah. The only thing I will mention about this Lieutenant is that they have given this one so many options that it's it's gonna be a kit bash central for it. Just buy the kit and you can
still though, man.
You can put it on so many other models. Just have like a power fist and sword or an axe or whatever. I think they come with a lot of options. So in that view, it's okay. But they should have done that with all the other lieutenants.
Yeah, I was about to say, it only took them 30 of the fuckers to get it right.
Yeah.
I do like the new Terminator librarian, though. He's pretty cool.
I'm a little bit torn between that one. Like, I like the style. I'm not too much of a fan of the ruins on it, but he's big and bulky and mean, and that's cool.
I think, though, you probably don't even need to really paint the runes. They're pretty easily fixable,
Yeah.
And to me, they look more like sorcery markings, like psychic shit, rather than
I don't
a
know.
rune.
Like I mentioned to you, it gives more of a Space Wolf vibe. Yeah.
Which, I mean, speaking of Space Wolves, let's
segue.
This episode.
Did it?
Oh, look, you see that? We're professional podcasters now, guys.
Right.
All
right. Tell me, what are or who are these Space Wolves?
So the Space Wolves are the 6th founding legion of Adeptus Astartes. And their home world is a place called Fenris. And their Primarch is Lehman Russ.
Not Lemon Russ.
No, not Lemon. There's also tanks named Lehman Russ. And I'm pretty sure that's because in lore, the Primarch was the guy that found the STL for that design. Is that correct?
I actually have no clue.
I don't know, but that's
because there was also the Rogel Dorn.
Well, look, maybe they just named it after him because he's a good-looking guy. He's basically Chris Hemsworth with pointy teeth,
Yeah.
What else do you need? But yeah, yeah. So a lot of people give these guys shit for being furries or whatever.
Rightfully.
Not rightfully. Not rightfully. I think those people are just looking for that. It's like confirmation bias, you listen to heavy metal looking for, Satan worship, and you'll find it in the songs that don't even have that. And it's the same with this, you'd be reading shit and you just into furries, so you're finding shit about furries, whatever. I'm not kink shaming, but maybe you should just be real with yourself. I see them more as space Vikings. I'm a massive fan of Norse mythology, so for me it hits all the spots. I think maybe the people that are familiar with Norse mythology pick up on stuff that other people don't. Instead of Psykers, the Space Wolves believes that all their magic comes from rune magic, which is very Norse pagan in an exaggerated way. Their planet is literally named Fenris, named after the Great Wolf who kills Odin and Ragnarok in Norse mythology. They refer to the Emperor as the Allfather.
There's a lot of mythology references that.
Yeah, and I think that's cool, man. Because who doesn't want space Vikings? And I think that.
Yeah.
I think that the whole furry and wolfy thing, I think that that's been overdone by a few writers who maybe didn't know what way to roll with it. I think that that's a mistake on their part. And it's we just get some silly stuff. And I don't know, I'm not a writer, so a little bit beyond me to criticize, but I just don't think it's there. It's there in the books, but I don't think if you really look at the faction, that's the most important thing. I look at them and see Viking, not furry. Yeah. But once again, I'm not looking for furry. So.
Yeah. Well, I've got the Primarch audiobook actually, so I'll probably end up listening to it someday, but there's a lot of other stuff I'm listening to first, so.
I like it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, sweet.
So, the color scheme, which is, painting wise, that's my kind of shtick. The color scheme for these guys is a light gray blue. I think you can kick it off with priming black, dry brushing different scales of gray, and then just like do a light blue wash over it, you could probably get really cool.
I think honestly, if you built up a grey scale, and then, like you said, did the wash, and then did highlights of Fenris in grey, I think that would really pop it quite well, and you get your midtones in that as well.
Yeah, you'd be right there.
To describe it, they're a very icy grey. Icy. Like, they have that bluish hue to them, but they're not blue. But they're also not grey.
Yeah, they fit really well on ice bases, like ice-style bases. They also have, like, a accent color on their pauldrons, which is yellow. It evokes the feeling of their, like, icy, harsh planet from where they come from. And they also, like, adorn their armor with ruins, jewels, teeth, skulls even, and dare I say it, like fur.
You know, it's funny actually because like they have pelts and that, but they also have like pelts. Weird sort of plugs of like fur that they attach to them. Yeah, and like other models had that too. Like the Custodians had the same thing on their banners and stuff like that. It's a very similar thing. It's like a little bell almost with like a bit of fur hanging out of it. But at least with the Space Wolves, I rationalized it as like maybe that was his pet wolf and it died, so he took a lock of its fur and now he wears it on his armor. Like that's sort of how I rationalize it.
But there are no wolves on Fenris.
That is the stupidest thing, man. I hate that. It's so stupid.
The look of disappointment you gave me.
Bro, I just... Honestly, the whole Canis helix and all that garbage. I like the idea of them being almost like werewolves. I like that. But, like, come on, man. Do you have tick collars alongside the fucking Canis helix?
Yeah.
Come, you know what your pooch is getting ticks, guys. That's safe.
Oh yeah, but for the Mark 6 Marines, they came out with some new helmets for the Horus Heresy line, which are wolf helmets.
I'm pretty sure actually those helmets existed before the Horus Heresy stuff too.
They probably did, but they didn't have.
Yeah.
Did they? I don't know.
Because I've never bought a single Horus Heresy model, and I have the one or two of the helmets here that I've cut up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got one on one of my Eradicators. Because, fun fact, if you chop the top of the ear off, and the snout, and round everything off a little, they actually look like T-Rex helmets. Like dinosaurs.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, cool. So that's my fix-up for, like, buying Space Wolf things with the wolf heads on them. I just, round the ears off so it looks like the back of a head, and just leave a slight hole for the ear, like for the ear hole of the reptile, and then make it into, basically a dinosaur head.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So, but, like, as we always do, this would not be a faction focus if we didn't look at some of the pros and the cons of starting this army in general. So, the first one, obviously, they're Vikings. And I don't know what else you actually need. That should be the only pro you need. But, look, I think they're cool because, like, if I were a 7-foot-tall superhuman that could fuck up nearly anything in the galaxy with my bare hands, I would also just drink fucking alcohol and be a feasting Viking and shit like that all the time too. Like, that's just what I'd be doing. So, like, I get it, and the other thing is too, these guys are sort of like, traditionally, they're very much the Emperor's executioners. Like, when there's a problem that needs to be dealt with, Russ or the Wolves get sent.
Yeah.
So, I think that's pretty cool too. It's like badass. Like, you go, oh, my chapter could be your chapter. Well, in lore, the Space Wolves probably would be your chapter.
Yeah.
Most.
they stand apart from other Astartes. I mean, and generally Astartes kind of looks similar, just with different colors. I kind of argue that a little bit because Dark Angels have the whole hooded style thing, but I can see that general rule for like the Blood Angels, for example, and the Ultramarines and Loyalists.
Yeah, I mean Dark Angels are an exception, but like, yeah, the white scars look the same as the Imperial Fist.
Yeah,
apart from the color, like a lot of chapters look samey.
Yeah. So they adorn their armor with more, Viking stuff, basically. Yeah. So
it's exactly.
It's a cool way to, like, if you buy the stock standard, Marines, you can modify them really well with just like give them like a necklace with some teeth on it with some green stuff. And give them a beard or something and long flowing hair. But there you go, Space Wolves.
Yeah, so, exactly. And that's the thing too. Or you can make a chapter like mine that has Viking influences and use a lot of the Space Wolf stuff for that too, which is cool. Yeah. Are you right? You look like you're about to fucking spit out a chest burster there. Like style.
Yeah, I was burping. It tasted really bad.
Was it moldy cake again?
No, it was spicy pizza.
Spicy pizza.
Spicy pizza.
Take from that what you will. Could be a euphemism. Might not be. Who knows? Yeah, like, I think another really cool thing is, from a lore perspective, they're pretty badass. Like, it's not often that the Space Wolves get stomped. They do sometimes, I'm not saying they never lose, but, like, they fucking fought with the Inquisition. And, like, usually when the Inquisition says, hey, this is how it goes, that's how it goes, man. It doesn't matter if you're a Space Marine hunter. Space Wolves are like, nah, fuck you. I'm pretty sure they even brought Grey Knights into it. Space Wolves are still like, hey, fuck you. Like,
yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. And their rivals are the Dark Angels, who are also badasses.
Yeah. And that kind of leads me to believe that Russ will probably be the next Primarch to return.
Well, I've been saying that for a long time. My workmate Lockie, we were always talking about it, because he doesn't do Warhammer, but he is into the lore, because I got him into it. And we've been saying for probably 2 or 3 years that, it would be Lionel and then Russ. And then probably a lot of civil wars amongst the Imperium as well, because they will disagree. So,
yeah. Well, we all know one Primarch that's not gonna return.
Sanguinius?
Don't say that.
Bro, if Sanguinius returns, I quit 40k.
Yeah, no, there's no chance that he returns. It might return.
He better not, because otherwise it makes nothing worth doing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? I don't care if his spectre reappears, or, like, it's revealed that the Sanguinor is like his, his will manifest through the will. That's fine. But he better not fucking come back to life, because
no.
The whole impact of the Horus Heresy, the thing that made it so disgusting that Horus did that, was the fact that he slew his brother.
Yeah,
and if that's gone, then are Chaos even that bad at guys? If everyone could just come back?
Exactly.
Like, are they even that bad?
Yeah, no, I agree.
If we're getting...
I'm definitely fine with Commander Dante ruling his side of the Imperium and the Blood Angels. That's more than enough. He is a badass as it is.
Absolutely. Have you read the Dante book?
No, I have not.
That's a banger. That's a banger of a book. It's not even like 40k. Like, just tells his whole story about how he became a Space Marine. And I learned so much about Blood Angels after that. I was like, do I need to start painting everything red? Like, what's going on here? But, yeah, I think what I would like to see as much as I want to see Liam and Russ come back, I would like to see Vulcan or Jakati Khan come back. Because I think that it would be a cool boon to get those armies more popular and more in the limelight. You know what I mean? Because, like, Space Wolves, obviously, you don't see as often as you see Ultramarines and that, but you still see them a bit. And, like, the people that like them, and that's it, you know? But, like, I feel like a lot of people don't even notice the White Scars or the Salamanders unless you've been in 40k a while. Or you've really looked into it. So, like, having the Primarch of them come back, either one, would be a really big push for that army and get a bit more diversity there, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that'd be fucking cool, too. Because, like, it's never fun when every fucker plays the same thing.
Exactly. Yeah, that's cool. Another really cool thing. Yeah. Another really cool thing about the Space Wolves is their very unique weapons, aka the Frost Axes and the Chain Sword. They're very much a melee-based army, and this just reinforces that, you know.
Yeah, and like, I wouldn't put it out of the question for you to make your own Frost Swords and things like that as well. Like, I feel like that would be doable. It's very much a Sub-Zero vibe, like, from Mortal Kombat. Like, that's the axe he would wield. I love that shit. I think that's cool as hell. And no one else has that. No other army has Frost Axes. I don't think.
No, the only one who has axes is Chain Axes, and that's the... what's they call them again?
Corn Berserkers?
Yeah, the Corn Berserkers, so...
Yeah. But, like, that's really unique amongst Loyalist chapters. Like, I think that's super fucking cool. Like, how did they make that? Was it cryomancy? Did they sit there, like, flint-napping a piece of ice? I don't know, but I think it's cool.
Yeah, very cool.
Yeah. Once again, it comes down to, another thing I like is the fact that if you are a fan of Norse mythology, this army will hit different for you. You know, it's like I said, like, just little things in it. I'm like, dude, that's fucking awesome. Like Bjorn Fellhand. Bjorn, generally means bear. And those, it
literally means
English people go, oh, his name's just Bjorn. But, but he's a bear. He's bear fell-handed. That's cool as fuck. That dude is just a big old grizzly. You know, like, I love that. Like, just shit like that just hits different. So I like it.
Yeah. Oh, coul fact about Bjorn Fellhand, he is probably the oldest living space marine. Well, one can deny that he's living, but he's in a dreadnought, so... And he's been around since
he has sentience. Like, he can tell you stories from his dreadnought, so...
Yeah, so...
Yeah, that's cool as fuck. That's like, what, 10, 12,000 years ago?
Yeah,
cool
basically.
As fuck.
Exactly.
I don't think Primarchs count in that, because they're functionally immortal.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I mean...
It's funny, actually, because everyone's like, oh, poor Dante. So... That's true. Poor Dante, let him die. Poor Bjorn. Dude's stuck in a sarcophagus with a fucking ice hand for 10,000 years. Dante's had it easy.
Yeah. I wonder if they, infuse Bjorn with beer instead of, combat stims. Surely.
Just like, hey, man, have some Fenrisian lager. And I think the other thing is, too, people will go, oh, but he has naps between, you know? He wouldn't even notice. I'm sorry. Yeah. Do you like getting woken up from a nap by loud noises? Because I'd be real cranky. Yeah. I'd be real pissed off. Motherfuckers shooting guns on my planet again, let's go. In.
Gather around, my Uncle Bjorn will tell you a story.
Exactly. It's really menacing when you talk like that with that hood on, dude. Fucking Darth Oval Road over here. That's funny. The other really... Oh, this one's yours, my bad. I'm taking over here.
The chapter master, Logan Grimnar, has a hover chariot. He's basically Santa.
Yeah, but instead of bringing you presents, he brings you death and hand grenades.
Or Mjöd,
Look.
maybe.
Look, man, people can make fun of him as Santa all they want. That's fine. But, like, show me a Games Workshop model with a better beard. You know? His beard is phenomenal.
Yeah.
His chariot has plenty of wolf's heads, which I will convert into reptile heads, and turn it into a raptor chariot. Then who'll be laughing, huh? Then who'll be laughing? Me! All the raptor noise is like... Yeah.
Oh, good.
Exactly.
But
no, look, I think he's cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of pros, very much mythological reasons, and if you listen to Ailstorm and
Amon
Amarth and stuff like that, this is probably army for you.
Yeah,
but there's also a couple... Yeah, exactly. There's a couple of cons to this army as well, and they are Space Marines, and the Primaris lore is kind of like fading the line of giving them identity,
Primaris lore is dog water.
Yeah. Literally
Just
dog
shit.
water.
Literally. Why are you like this? No, but seriously, it's shit. So,
yeah,
I know,
no,
man.
I know. I agree.
We could get into that for forever, but I don't think we ever needed Primaris Marines. I think we just need them to go, hey, here's a new mark of armor. It's taller.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just...
like, here's the new design of armor.
Yeah. They did that for Chaos. Why couldn't they have done it for regular Space Marines? They didn't have to force in Primaris. It was dumb as shit.
But they did, but I think they've learned. I think they're learning.
Yeah, that's why I think 10th edition will, like, fade the line between Firstborn and Primaris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's good. I'm good.
But you and I, we tend to gravitate more towards Xenos models. Like, Xenos armies. Like, yeah, I have Custodians and Space Marines, but that's sort of, like, been an opportunity thing. Like, the Custodians, I got a heap given to me. So I'm like, oh, why wouldn't I turn that into an army? And the other ones, like I said, I went halves in a box set with Bowen. He got the Necrons. He wanted the Necrons, so I went the Space Marines. You know? It is what it is. But, I would much rather be playing Tau. Yeah.
Yeah.
Vaporwave Tau will happen.
Yeah. I'm more of a, Knights player myself, so... And I collect symbols, so...
Got one up behind me there. He's gonna happen too.
Someday. Yeah, cool.
The other thing is too, man, you gotta have thick skin if you're gonna be a Space Wolf player. Like the amount of hate you will cop if you play them. It's just one of those people's like one of those things that everyone likes to jump on and talk shit. It's like Nickelback. Are Nickelback the best band ever? Fuck no. But they're also nowhere near the worst. I've heard much worse things. And same as Limp Bizkit. Remember, it was very fashionable for people to hate on Limp Bizkit a few years ago. Yeah. And now people like them again. And it's like... It's one of those things where it's like, I always like Limp Bizkit, but like, people jump on the meme without actually having genuine reason to like or dislike things.
Yeah.
And, so like, if you're gonna do it, you gotta embrace the fuck you energy if you're gonna roll with them. And, fuck the haters, it's your hobby. If you wanna fucking do Space Wolves, do Space Wolves. Fuck everyone else. I have spoken!
Oh, have you seen the new episodes?
Oh yeah, I've watched all the new men now.
Okay, I haven't watched the final one yet, because I'm watching it with my kids.
Good episode. Not spoiler, but good episode.
Good. Nice. I'm excited. Cool. Modeling perspective, you'll be hard pressed finding like upgrade sprues, and they're expensive. Little bits that shouldn't be expensive. Like if you're buying the Horus Heresy stuff, like that's what 20 Australian for the upgrade helmets. That's like a whole ass Space Marine too. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't know. It's expensive, and if you're not good with making tiny details on models with green stuff, your Space Wolves will look pretty generic if you're not adding any iconography or
any flavor.
Any flavor, yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, and like that is a problem. The other one is, the lore. Now, I've said before how great how much I like the Norse mythology thing, but the fucking leaning into the wolf gimmick needs to slow down, man. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous.
Wolves.
Just lean back into the Vikings thing. You don't need more of it. Okay, riding wolves is cool, right? That's fine. But, like, fuck me dead, dude. It doesn't need to be wolves this and den brother that. But fuck off, dude. Like, just call them Viking shit. I don't know. Like, call your big guys the Jotnar. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, use it. Everyone's into Norse mythology at the moment, right? Like, God of War Ragnarok came out. Everyone's a bit more familiar with it than they were, say, 10 years ago. Yeah. Right? Because it's seeped into pop culture a lot more since Vikings and shit. So, like, why not fucking use that to make it more popular? No one gives a fuck about wolves.
No, exactly.
Like, wolves are cool, but, like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I agree. The whole wolf stuff it's overdone. I mean, it's not like they're making the Blood Angels sparkle in the sun either, so.
Yeah. Like, and even with Blood Angels, the whole vampire thing gets a bit overwhelming sometimes. So you're like, okay, man, we get it, but like,
yeah.
Come on, okay. And like, I like tints of that sort of stuff in there. Like, I think it's cool that the Blood Angels are a bit mysterious and vampiric and whatever. And they have a bit of a bloodlust thing. That's cool, but like, when used tactfully, not when it's like fucked down your throat, That's when it's a problem. Because it's like, what? Like, why? Why so on the nose, It'd be like if you fucking, if the Raven Guard started pecking people instead of stabbing them. Like, come on, like, what the fuck? Oh no, he's got the bird flu, it's gonna be fatal, like, what?
I can just imagine them flying with their Mark 6 beaky helmets head first, like
Do you think that's their battle cry? Like, you just say,
no.
It's funny, actually, I really like the Raven Guard. So my guys, like my chapter, I might use Space Wolf's rules, but the lore I have for them is that they're actually a successor chapter of the Raven Guard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, because dinosaurs, birds.
I can see it.
Life finds a way.
Son of a bitch.
I had to do it. I had to get a Jurassic Park quote in there.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's the Space Wolves, man. If you like them, you like them. Fuck the haters.
Yeah.
I like them. Do you like them yet?
Nah. But you do.
Nah.
And I'll respect that. Sometimes.
Okay. Alright. That's fine. That's good enough for me.
Alright. Next
cool,
part.
Is there anything you wanted to add? Before we
to Space Wolves? I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's just in general. Are you good?
Oh, yeah. They're actually the newest faction in Tactica, so if you're still playing that game, quit.
There you go.
Yeah.
Get onto it, Tactica's crew. We know we got a whole bunch of you guys there.
Yeah,
Get the fuck into it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, and they've also announced the newest faction, which is Dark Angels.
Oh, what's the newest faction of Tacticus? Dark Angels. You know what? That seems pretty well timed.
Yeah. Yeah, but they had to like force it in really fast. Then,
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it's cool.
I guess they couldn't really sort of be like, hey, here's Dark Angels. Ooh, look at that. The Primarch's releasing it would have been a dead giveaway, so.
Yeah, exactly. But it's cool.
Those guys would have had it in the wing. They're good dudes.
Yeah.
The devs.
Yeah, they're really good.
Like nice guys.
They improve on a lot of the quality of life stuff, but I don't know. I've given up on the game now, so.
Oh, have you?
Yeah. Well, it's been like what, 4 months, 5 months.
I think the thing is, for me, man, I don't have enough time to be good at it, and that annoys me.
It's a time sink, and like if you get up in the morning to play the game, and before you go to work, and you're like, fuck, I did do it. I don't know. It's just too much time pressure, and I didn't need another thing pressuring me at the moment, so I just gave it up.
Yeah, we have a podcast to run over here, you know?
Exactly. Models to paint.
Or to look at.
Or buy.
Or buy. And then look at.
Then I'll leave it in the box.
Anyway, I think you were in the middle of an intro before I interrupted you. What are we doing, Obi?
Oh yeah, music stuff.
Stares at you longingly. Huh? The real reason we came here to record today, so we can talk about the album.
Yeah, music. This album is Light Up the Sky by Godsmack. Or Godsmack?
Yeah, so... Godsmack. Godsmack? Actually, fun fact, you know that name actually comes from, it's an Alice in Chains song named Godsmack. And it's a reference to them. So, because, like, the singer from Godsmack is a huge Alice in Chains fan. Which is evident by his vocal style, I think.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Yeah.
He sounds very much like a heavier Lane Stanley. Like, more grunt to it, you know?
Yeah. I've... Contrary to what you thought, I would say, is I actually kind of like the album, except for one song.
Yeah, and I'm in agreement with that song, too, like, with your opinion on that, too, by the way.
Yeah.
So, just for a bit of context, Obi doesn't normally listen to this sort of stuff. I like Godsmack, and that's why if you listen to the last episode, I said, Obi, you're gonna fucking probably hate this, man, but this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
You know, so, like, I was expecting this to be a straight, like, nah, it's fucking terrible, why'd you do that to me, like, Sabaton style, you know?
No, I think this was good. Like, cool melodies, the singing was on point, the mastering and everything. It was a good album in the sense of it being like a music album for something that I don't really listen to. Like, it was all there. But like I said, that one song is just like such a drag.
Yeah,
it's just
the
shoehorned
track, I think.
Yeah, Red, White, and Blue. And
what is it? Red, White, and Blue, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can already guess from the name of it what it's about, you know. It's just basically shoehorning in, like, making it a song for America or military people, basically just for that. And that's just, like, a song that I don't give a fuck about, because war is terrible. It should only be done in fictional universes, like, America, get your fucking asses out of Iraq or where the fuck you are right now, and stay to your own fucking country.
Stop actually shooting people and just settle it over a game of 40k.
Exactly. Like,
right?
That would be the easy way out. Like, nobody has to die for that bullshit. Like, you know, I don't know. And that's just one of those songs that just emphasizes the American way, you know. And it's just too much. I don't give a shit about it.
Yeah, it's funny because in the lyrics it sort of says, like, you know, it almost sounds critical at times, and then it gets to the chorus and like, oh, it's kind of not. And it's like, it's almost like you listen to the verses and it's like he's criticizing America a bit. But then he's like writing in a love letter, and it's like, okay, are you saying that you can see that your country is pretty fucked in this song, judging by your lyrics, but you still don't give a fuck? Like, is that what's going on? I'm all for being patriotic, whatever, but, like, I don't know, man, it's just a bit on the nose. know?
That's it. It's sorry for all the Americans out there that we've offended about this.
No, look, I love our American viewers, man. Like, these are great guys and girls, but like, and whatever in between, I don't give a fuck, but like, that song is just so on the nose. It'd be like if I started going, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi on the podcast. You'd be like, what the fuck is this going about? Shut up, cunt, you know?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's a little too much on the nose, and I don't give a shit about it. That's simple as that.
I mean, one thing I have to say, and I think you agree with me, was like, the vocal melodies, the hooks that these guys write are so fucking infectious, man.
Yeah.
They're just good at it.
Yeah, like a couple of the songs, like after listening to it once, I was already like humming to it, like, you know, and like trying to sing along. It was like, what's going on? I don't know.
Yeah, man, and like, I was shook when you were like, dude, I actually really like the album. I was like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah, no.
Who are you? What have you done with Obi?
No, I think it's like a time period for me at the moment. Like, I'm into a lot of more calmer music at the moment too.
Are you in your emo phase?
Maybe. No.
You dressing more goth? You listening to softer stuff? Like,
I don't know.
You know,
just...
Are you excited about a My Chemical Romance reunion? Like,
who?
My Chemical Romance, super popular emo band.
Oh, I know who they are. I just never gave a shit about them. So.
Oh, okay, cool. We're not there yet, guys. Not there yet.
No, I've been listening to a lot of Sleep Token lately, and I'm hoping their album comes out soon because I want to review that.
I saw that you were talking about that. I wouldn't mind giving that a go. Although, actually, you were surprised the other day when I told you I was a Spirit Box fan.
Yeah.
Like, what?
What?
Yeah, no, I like it, man. That was one of the bands I was looking forward to seeing most at Knotfest, and I did. We were front row for me and Bowen, so like they're phenomenal, man. They're much better live too. Like, I was like, oh yeah, I like them. Then I saw them live, and I'm like, nah, they're fucking great. Like, great.
Yeah, great artists, great talent, lovely vocals.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Shout out to Spirit Box. Come on the podcast.
Exactly. No, that's good.
How many goblins out of 10 would you give it, brother?
I would say like 8 if it wasn't for the army song. So that brings it down to 6.5, I'd say.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
The good thing is we have Spotify, and you can just like remove that from your play thing sequence, you know, which is good.
Yeah,
which is good. I mean, for me, man, I've liked Godsmack for a long time, like a long time. Like probably like early 2000s, you know, like a few albums in, I was into them when they were first blowing up, and like, I always thought that they were sort of like Disturbed, but better. Like,
yeah, that's a good comparison.
Similar realm, but less Kmart metal, and more like
Kmart
just a bit more
metal.
edge, a bit nastier. But like, they got just a bit more edge, a bit nastier, and they got the Alice in Chains sort of influence, which I like. Because Alice in Chains has always been my favorite grunge band too. Like, they are gritty and nasty, and you know, so that's sort of where I sit with them. And like, me and my friend Justin, we always had this thing where we said that Godsmack is like heroin. Like, once you start listening to it, you know, you're in big trouble because it gets in your head. And you're just going to keep listening to it until you forget about it one day, and then you're free. You know? So it's like, it's a tough one. But like, I was expecting it to not be a very strong album. Because I haven't heard much from them in a while. The last one I listened to a bit, but it wasn't as good as their earlier stuff. And I was just like, okay, but I'm going to look at it anyway. And fucking pleasantly surprised. Surrender, banger. You know, all the other tracks in the thing's just fucking they bang. Lighting Up the Sky is brilliant. And even the Red, White, and Blue song, although I don't care for the subject matter, the melody and the hook to it is brilliant. Like, it's a well-written song.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a shame that it's, like I said, a bit on the nose, but it's a well-written, good song. These guys have a skill at writing a good 4 to 5 minute song that is catchy, which a lot of metal bands forget how to do, right? They'll write good riffs and have amazing vocal acrobatics and all the shit, but sometimes it just ends up being riff salad with no focus on it being, is it a fun song? Is it catchy? Does it have a hook that'll bring you in? And that's why Lorna Shore is
an enjoyable,
the best
complete
fucking
song, you know?
Yeah. And that's why I love Lorna Shore as a deathcore band, because although they're a deathcore band, they still have melodies in the guitar work which draw you in and that are catchy. I often get sounds in my head, like guitar sounds. I'm like, oh, that's Lorna Shore. Like, that's that little rhythmy, leady bit.
Yeah.
And that's catchy, man. Obviously you don't want it to be all, like, clean singing, because that's metalcore, but, like, it's good to have that melody. You gotta remember that. That's why bands that have gotten big get big.
Yeah.
You know, like, think of Avenged Sevenfold, right? They have great melodies. Vocal melodies. Catchy shit. They also do, like, more proggy shit, but, like, you can't just write an 8-minute song with no hooks and expect people to love it. Some people will, but it's never gonna hit big. And these guys are great for that, man. And I think the Godsmack are fucking underrated. I really do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they haven't been big in the metal scene lately at all. And if you look at, like, the numbers of listens on the whole album, it's not a lot of listens for an album that's been out for, like, what? Well, Surrender has, like, 6 million listens on Spotify. And, I mean, for a band like Godsmack, that's nothing.
Yeah, I mean, like, Godsmack's got 5 million listeners, and Disturbed has what? Hold on, let's have a guess. 10 million. Yeah. And I'm sorry, but Disturbed is not double as good as Godsmack.
No. Like their best song, or their top played song, is 232 million listens, compared to this whole album, which is just under probably 12 million listens.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. It's I think they've fallen out of the main scene in a way, and I think
they're out of the zeitgeist as it is for metal. And they never really fit in too well anyway. There was sort of always this weird grungy metally thing, but that doesn't mean they're not good. Sully, the singer, has actually said that he's done writing music now, or releasing albums. And from now on, when they tour live, they're just going to do everything they've already previously written. Which I think is a pretty good idea when you look at people like Motley Crue and things like that are going on. Like, age gracefully, man. You know? And when you can't do it properly no more, just chill.
There's a time to call it quits, you know, when you're on the high.
That's right, exactly. So, but yeah. Also, have you heard the whole Motley Crue thing? Like, the whole controversy? No. So, Mick Mars got fired from the band. He's the guitarist. And if you ask me, Mick Mars is by far the best musician in that band. And he got pushed out, apparently. And so he's decided to sue Motley Crue, right? For the shit that they pulled. Because they got John Five now as their guitarist, which is like, John Five's great, you know? But upon doing that, Mick Mars has gone, yeah, well, you know, I was pushed out when it was my money that started this band. Like, I'm the one that pushed these guys. And Nicky, Vince, and Tommy Lee all they basically mime on stage. He's like, it's all pre-recorded. And everyone's like, and their manager's like, no, it's not, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, it totally is, dude. Like, it's bullshit, because Vince Neil can't sing at the moment, man. He sounds like fucking Sasquatch. You know?
No.
But, so it's a whole thing, and it's a lawsuit city.
American way.
Of course.
Oh, yeah. So last time I don't know if we mentioned it on the podcast, but I think or we just made a channel about it on the Discord. But
if we haven't, we are now.
Yeah, well, I did make a channel for it, and the subject is we wanna give you a roast for the podcast. So you send in a picture, and we'll give our comments about the miniature or whatever in question that you want roasted. So
now, bear in mind, this is a roast, so we don't have to be nice.
Exactly. So
that's the point of it. So don't get fucking upset and butthurt. You asked for this.
Yeah, you asked for it. Exactly. That's why we put it up. Like, if you wanted our opinions, you're getting it, unfiltered.
Yeah, exactly. So the first one we have is Ursats. You got that one up?
Yeah, I got it up here.
I know Sam is a very accomplished Warhammer person, and this thing might turn into something cool, but at the moment, it looks like it should have been left in the bin.
Oh.
What the fuck is going on? He's got this Astartes with like all these bits coming off it, like a skull hanging out, which I think he did good on the skull. What the fuck is going on here, man?
Okay, please, I think you need a little bit of context.
Send me a picture with bits circled and tell me what the fuck is supposed to be going on, because I am very confused, Sam.
I think you need a little bit of context. I think this model was meant to be like, make your most chaos inspired model, or I think it was a Dornian heresy kind of challenge from a podcast we will not mention here anymore.
And he made the good one or the other one?
The other one. I think that model has that in mind, and I think if you want something like this kind of roasted, the least you could do is just at least apply a primer coat so it all looks uniform at least. Because now, once before you apply one single color of coat, it kind of looks like a mishmash of stuff. But
yeah, bro, it looks like, in Toy Story, how like they go to the what is his name, Sid's house, and there's all those weird amalgam toys that are super creepy. That's what this looks like, but Astartes, yeah. Like,
exactly.
I'm expecting its friend to have spider legs.
So his name is the Bee Lord, and that's kind of what's coming out of his armor everywhere, like not the bees.
See, I thought that those were particles from a frag grenade or something. I was sort of getting excited for the potential here.
No, I think it's basically like a pestilence model, like a Nurgle model.
Yeah, well, that loses a point with me immediately anyway. Like, fuck no.
No,
I love you, Sam, but why did you do this to me?
As a kit bash kind of project, this looks really cool, and I kind of want to see more paint on it. Like, if you look in the chest area, he's done like honeycombs.
Yeah. Look, Sam's done great, man. I'm just giving him the roast. That pink shoulder pad, though, I am curious if that's got too much paint on it already to hold detail once you prime it. Like, looks very globbed on. Like, just that recess, So, I don't know, maybe he'll make it look all weathered and shit and it won't look bad, but...
Yeah.
Question.
No, I think, like you said, probably just rub off that paint area on the shoulder pad and prime it completely black, and then we can talk. Because then it will be uniform. Exactly. You won't be distracted by the white blotches.
On the good side, I love the way he's inset that skull into that helmet. That's fucking cool.
That's so dope. And like the bee flying from the mouth. It. That's cool. I want to see it painted. That's what I want. I want to see it painted.
Exactly. And the second one we have is from our buddy Norkree. Now, I wish he had given us more than one photograph, but in classic fucking Norkree fashion, he hasn't.
Okay, so this is a kill team. The Imperial Breachers, is it, I think? It's a pretty new kill team, right?
Okay.
So, and he's used... I think he's gone for the paint scheme of the box, and I think throughout the models you can see him improve.
Yeah.
Like
I think so too. One thing I will say, Norks, is like me, the light blue along their cloaks, like as trim, does not work for me. On the box, I'm sure that's what it is, whatever. But like, I think that you would have been better served by having a warm color along there, perhaps a gold or a yellow or something like that. It would have really contrasted quite well and made them look a bit more, because like for me, those midtones could have been better used for highlight. Like the light colors could have been better used for highlights and dry brushing, and got some real contrast into the actual cloth.
Yeah.
That's where I sit on it anyway. But you can see where you've improved for sure, man.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you look at the last row, the middle guy, for example, like you see that he kind of missed a couple of spots on the helmet there. But then if you look to the guys to the left over there, they're
much better.
Immaculately. They're a lot better. A lot better. Like way cleaner lines. Like I can see that you took your time per model and basically improved every time you've picked up another model, So that's
I will say he's put some effort into the weapons. He's done good there. Like I like that he's done a brighter silver along the edge of the scimitar, like the sword. Looks quite good. One thing I will say, Norks, is maybe instead of trying to do like a straight line like that, if you add a bit of texture, do like scratches and stuff with the light silver as well, it'll look more realistic. Not necessarily a hard thing to do either, but you'll get there.
I think if
what do you want to talk about? That towel guy in the back looks badass.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sick model.
You're right.
I want to see more of him. Cool. Like, look at that barbed wire, dude. That's cool as fuck.
Yeah, paint up the base like with brown tones and add some greens in there. That'll be sick as fuck.
Fuck it.
No, but the models that he did do there, I'd say the only thing I kind of want to see more is really your fucking barrels.
Yeah.
Drill
your barrels. And just like, I don't know, man, I'm a big fan with the weapons with like putting a heavy null oil on them. And like making them very dark in the recesses and then brightening them. Because I love that high contrast. And like, it's not for everyone, but I just feel that it would pop a lot more. Yeah. And what could really work too with that brassy coloured armour, there's a technical paint you can get, which is like a bluey coloured sort of wash. That can look really good, like copper oxide.
The Nihilak oxide.
Yeah, that shit's cool. So maybe give that a crack too, man.
Yeah.
But now to the roasting segment. Maybe if you weren't such a little smartass and you spent time asking us how to get better at painting, you'd be there instead of just being a smartass all the time and me having to change you into a different fucking chat. Right, boy? Learn yourself some shit. Love you, Norkery.
Yeah, I think for me, I'd say make a little bit more uniform on the bases. Like add a little bit of texture paint in there just to tie the whole base together in a way.
No, what I love about his bases, it looks like he's probably used a bit of sprue as like metal on there, like ingots. That's what it looks like he's done, which is very creative, good work. But like, where are they? England land? Like it's just like, hey, this whole battlefield strewn with ingots, neatly pressed ingots. What?
Yeah.
Where are they?
Yeah, so just a little bit of texture paint in there could do a lot.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the effort. I think he's going for like a like this is a Space Hulk kill team.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that it's more of a Space Hulk type of grading that he's going for. So
Now I will roast you now, Obi. You are too nice to be doing roasts, bro. You're so polite. You're like, oh no, it's doing great. Encourage me. I'm like, thought this was a roast. Aren't we supposed to be ripping these cunts up?
Well, okay. Actually, this was me just wanting people to hear my opinions about them. And
you told me it was a roast, and if there's one thing I know, it's roast. Buffet. Anyway.
You'll be the roast and I'll do the spitting.
Oh. I know it's been a while since we've seen each other, but goddamn.
Man, what an episode.
Well, yeah, it's been fun. But before we go, we have a new patron, Obi.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone decided that our podcast is worth paying money to listen to, and we fucking appreciate that. Because, as you know, time is limited for us at the moment, and, like, that money that comes into it very much dictates how much effort we can put in, right? Because if it's bringing in income, then we can justify a lot more time to doing it.
Yeah.
You know, so the more support, the more we can create. And our new Patreon, what's his name there, Obi? Have you got it?
Nuked 555.
Ah. Well, if he's 555, then
666.
Exactly. Alright, someone start an account called the Heretic Anthem and join, okay? Let's go, guys. But yeah, look, man, seriously, thank you for your contribution, Nuke. We really appreciate it, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know you yet. I hope we get to chat at some time.
Yeah, he's joined the Discord, so
I did see that.
Really happy to have you there. So
fuck yeah, man. Fuck yeah, dude. That's awesome. And on that note, remember to subscribe to our Patreon. You know, help us keep our lights on. Electricity is expensive. You know, and just give us enough money so we have to work anymore, and then we can podcast all day. Problem solved.
Yeah.
We'll put out 2 a week. Let's go. You know?
Right?
But at the moment, we gotta work those fucking weird shift jobs and all sorts of shit. I gotta deal with essays. Like,
I have to whore myself out.
So, yeah, that's right. Obi fans. So, yeah, it's up to our Patreon so Obi can stop fighting polar bears with his nipples and he can actually hire a sniper. And join the Discord so we can hang out and chat and, you can hear me swear at people on Fortnite when I kill them. Or you can watch me draw sometimes. You never really know what I'm up to. Obi's there too sometimes. Less lately, but I'm sure he'll make a triumphant return as he always does. And then he lives on the Discord when that happens.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah. So come hang out. And enter the competition. Obi, we have a competition, right?
Right.
Some prizes and shit.
We have a couple of days left. I think we're gonna extend it just by a month, just to because we have
next episode. We will announce the winner. So you have a month.
Exactly. So another month.
That's it.
You can, guys. We've had some amazing entries already, and I'm excited to see what else people could come up with. So we're giving you a little bit more time to finish up, because I know there's a couple of people still working on something. So
is there? I can't wait. I'm very excited.
Yeah. So let's see.
I love how I was like, should I enter and like draw stuff? And you're like, bro, I'm sending you a Imperial Guard anyway. I'm like, I don't need to enter. That's fine. Yes.
Oh, yeah, I posted a picture of the Lego Cadians in there as well. They're really cool.
Yeah,
and if you want to configure them your own way, that's fine. I'll just mix and match the parts.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. That's the episode.
Yeah. Good to be back. It
is good to be. It feels good, and I need a wee real bad. Like, I drink too much Pepsi. So, until next time, guys, remember to crank that amp.
You slay that grey.
And we are
the Knights of the Hobbiton.
See you guys.
Bye.